How to deal with failures. No one likes to fail, but it's an inevitable part of life. What's important is how you deal with your failures and disappointments. In this video, we'll explore some tips on how to deal with failures and disappointment in a productive and positive way. We'll also look at some common mistakes people make when trying to cope with these negative experiences. If you're looking for ways to better deal with your own failures and disappointments, read on for some useful advice. What is failure? It is impossible to go through life without experiencing some form of failure or disappointment. Failure is defined as an act or instance of failing. It is the lack of success. Disappointment is the feeling of dissatisfaction that comes from not meeting one's expectations. Both failure and disappointment are inevitable parts of life, but how we deal with them can make all the difference. Those who are able to learn from their failures and use them as motivation to succeed are more likely to find happiness and success in life than those who dwell on their failures and let them defeat them. There are a few things that you can do to deal with failures and disappointments in a healthy way. 1. Acknowledge your feelings. It is important to allow yourself to feel disappointed or upset when you experience a setback. Trying to bottle up your emotions will only make them worse in the long run. 2. Analyze what went wrong. Once you have acknowledged your feelings, take a step back and try to analyze what went wrong. What could you have done differently? What can you do better next time? 3. Make a plan. Once you know what went wrong, you can make a plan to ensure that it doesn't happen again. Having a plan will give you a sense of control over the situation and help you move on from the disappointment. 4. Take action. Don't just sit around dwelling on your failure or disappointment. Take action. What is disappointment? Disappointment is the feeling of sadness or displeasure that comes from the belief that something is not as good as one had hoped. We all feel disappointed from time to time, usually when our expectations are not met. While some level of disappointment is normal, chronic disappointment can be a sign of bigger problems. If you find yourself constantly feeling disappointed, it may be time to take a closer look at your expectations and see if they are realistic. There are a few things you can do to deal with disappointment. Talk to someone about what you're going through. It can be helpful to get another perspective on your situation. Identify your main source of disappointment. Once you know what's causing your feelings of disappointment, you can start to work on fixing the problem. Make a plan. If you're disappointed because you didn't reach a goal, sit down and make a new plan for how you will achieve that goal. This will help you stay focused and motivated. Focus on the positive. It's easy to dwell on the negative when we're feeling down, but try to focus on the positive aspects of your life and situation. This will help you put things in perspective and see that there is still good in your life even if things aren't going perfectly. Also subscribe and hit the bell icon to receive more such useful and interesting videos.